Hello everyone. In this video, you will get to know about the admission procedure to be followed by University of Delhi in the year 2020. The journey of admission has 6 major steps. The first is reading the Bulletin of Information. Second, online registration. Third, updation of class 12th marks. Fourth, selection of course and college after the declaration of cutoff percentage. Fifth, payment of admission fee. And sixth, physical verification of certificates. The Bulletin of Information is available at the website www.du.ac.in. Just go on the home page. You will be able to see a tab Admissions 2020. Just click on Admissions 2020 and you will be redirected to a page where the Bulletin of Information is uploaded. On the right side, you will be able to see a file named Undergraduate Admissions 2020. Just click on this and you will be able to download this Bulletin of Information. The Bulletin of Information is a very comprehensive document which contains information about merit-based admissions, entrance-based admissions, eligibility and selection procedure, reservation for various reserve categories, seats for ward quota, details about extracurricular and sports quota, admission to non-collegiate women education board, admission to minority college, and documents which are required at the time of registration. There are a number of appendices which are provided at the end of the bulletin, where you will get to know about important ordinances of the university, the combination of seat and discipline papers offered by colleges in BA program, related vocational subjects for BA vocational studies, list of sports categories, reservation for economically weaker section, format of the OBC certificate, format of the educational concession certificate, equivalence for subjects from some boards other than CBSE, examples for calculation of Best 3 and Best 4, structure of CBCS, hostel facilities, rules for refund of fee, funding status of college, and frequently asked questions. So with this, you are done with your first step of admission, and then the second step is online registration. For online registration, you have to again go on the University of Delhi portal. The registration fee this year for merit-based courses for unreserved and OBC category shall be rupees 250. For merit-based courses for SC, ST, PWD and EWS category shall be rupees 100. There would be an additional registration fee if you opt for ECA or sports, which will be rupees 100. And if you opt for both ECA and sports, then it will be 100 plus 100. There would be additional registration fee for each entrance based course also. For UR category and OBC category, it will be rupees 750. For SC, ST, PWD and EWS category, this will be rupees 300. This fees is for one entrance examination. If you wish to choose more than one entrance examination, then the same amount would be added to it. So for online registration, just open the homepage of University of Delhi, www.du.ac.in. Click on UG Admission Portal 2020. The moment you click on this, you will be able to see this page where you have to register. So on the left side, you will be able to see a tab, New Registration. In fact, on this page, you can also see the dates that the portal will remain open from 20th June 2020 and it will close on 4th July 2020. There's another important information which is present on this page, which says that students registering on the admission portal shall be considered for all merit-based courses for all the colleges subject to their eligibility. That means you need not to fill any other form for merit-based courses. This registration form will take care of that. So once you click on that, you will reach to this page where you have to register yourself. So just put your name in the first column, your email ID. If you do not have an email ID, please create one. Re-enter your email ID in the third column. Then you have to create a password which has to be minimum 6 character. This password need not to be the same password which you are having in your email. It can be altogether different password. Then re-enter the password. Then add your mobile number. Re-enter your mobile number. The mobile number given should be in your possession because OTP for verification will be sent on this number. So put CAPTCHA and click on register. The moment you will click on register, you will reach a page like this which will ask you to enter the OTP. By now you will receive OTP on your registered mobile number and your registered email ID. Just put the OTP, put the CAPTCHA and submit OTP. The moment you will click on submit OTP, you will be again redirected to the same page, but here now you have to go on the right side. Click on the registered user login, put your email ID, password, CAPTCHA and click on login. So you will reach to a page which will have lot of instructions. So it is advisable that you read all the instructions carefully. It contains information about the documents which needs to be uploaded, their size, because the software is not going to accept these documents if they are either less or more than the designated size. So read it carefully and then click on this checkbox that you have read the important instructions and then submit. So you will reach to the first page of the registration portal which will talk about your personal details. So just write your name, middle name if you have any, last name. Now select the gender, click it, then applicant's date of birth, are you a citizen of India, select your category. There are 4 options: unreserved, OBC, SC, ST and EWS. The next column will ask you about whether you are interested in applying to minority colleges or not. So I must tell you that University of Delhi has 3 types of colleges. Either they are constituent or affiliated colleges, or they are Sikh minority colleges or Christian minority colleges. These constituent or affiliated colleges, they follow the admission procedure defined by the university. They also offer reservation to SC, ST, OBC and EWS category, whereas Sikh minority colleges, they follow the admission process of University of Delhi, but their 50% seats are reserved for minority category students. There shall be no reservation for SC, ST, OBC and EWS category. The Christian minority colleges, St. Stephen's and Jesus and Mary, they have their own registration form. So the applicants who are seeking admission in any one of these colleges, they are advised to first register on University of Delhi's portal. Once they register here, they will get a registration number. Then they have to register again on the registration portal of these colleges where they are supposed to put this registration number. They are also advised to keep checking the website of St. Stephen's College and Jesus and Mary College for further updates. Now you again come back to this registration form. So fill in your email ID, alternate email ID, mobile number, Aadhaar card number, state of domicile, your mother's name, occupation, etc. other details. Then on the lower side of the certain other categories are mentioned like person with disabilities, children or widow of armed force personnel, Kashmiri migrants, Prime Minister's Special Scholarship Scheme for Jammu and Kashmir students, Sikkimese students nominated by the government of Sikkim. So if you want to avail any other reservation, you can just click it right here. Then fill up your address, fill up your permanent address, and then you have to give the bank details for refund. Now this column is to be filled very carefully because in case you take admission in University of Delhi and due to some reason if you cancel your admission, your fees will be refunded in this account directly. There will be no cash transaction in the university. The amount will be directly credited back to this very account. So please be very careful that you give either your account details or from your family members. Then just click on submit. You will be redirected to the next page. And in next page you will be able to preview this entire information which you have given. If you think that there has been some error, you can click on this green tab and edit it. Once you are satisfied, Then you click on next and go to the next page. Then you will reach to the page number 2 where you have to give your academic details. So the Board of Education has to be filled. This is a drop down menu. Just click on this and you will be able to see your board. In case you are not able to find yours, just click on others. Then result status. Most of you will be having result awaited category. So just apply on this. Fill your board roll number, year of passing, then details of your school. Then on the lower side of this page, you will be asked about certain languages, that up to what level you have read. So if you have read some, just click on yes, otherwise click on no and submit. Again, there will be a preview for this page. If there has been some error, you can check, you can edit it, otherwise you can proceed. Then you will reach to the third page where you have to fill in your details for entrance examination. On the left side, you will be able to see a statement. Do you wish to apply for admission to courses based on entrance test? Just click here and there will be option of yes or no. If you wish to apply for some, click on yes, otherwise no. Once you click on yes, you will be able to see the courses which are available. So these are the entrance based courses which are offered by University of Delhi. BE Honours Business Economics, Bachelor of Management Studies, Bachelor of Business Administration, BTech Information Technology and Mathematical Innovations, BE Honours Humanities and Social Sciences, Bachelor for Elementary Education, Bachelor of Science in Physical Education, BA Honours Multimedia and Mass Communication, 5-year integrated program in journalism, Bachelor of Art in Hindustani Music, Bachelor of Art in Carnatic Music. So there are about 12 entrance-based courses which are offered by University of Delhi. So on the registration portal, you will be able to see these courses. If you wish to apply, you can click on yes, otherwise you can click on no. So I have just clicked on BA Honours Music. Then you come on the lower side of this page. You will be asked to give the preference for your entrance test center. There are 4 preferences that you can. Once you click on this, you will be able to see a drop down menu where you will be able to see about 24 test centers which are distributed all across India. So select the centers according to your convenience and then submit. So you will be shown the preview of these test centers and then you can submit. Now again this page will be ready for preview and you can see that since I selected BA Honours Music, only against this I can see the entrance fee. Now within this same form, you can select multiple entrance courses. If you wish to appear in more than one course, then you can select it right here and that fees will be shown here. So at this time, I would like to mention that there is only one registration form in which you can register for both merit-based courses as well as entrance-based courses at the same time. So just check this information. If it is fine, then you can go with next. If it is not, then you can edit it back. Just click on next and you will reach to the page where you can see that whether you wish to apply under sports category or not. So if you wish to apply under sports category, just click on this green belt, add another game or sport, and you will be able to see that you will be given an option to select the sport. So you will be able to see this line apply under sports category and select. Just click on this. It's a drop down menu. You will be able to see all those sports which University of Delhi is offering admission under this particular year. So just select the game you wish to apply for and submit. Then you will be asked to submit your certificates. So a maximum of 3 certificates in a particular game can be uploaded. So just write the details of competition. The event names are already populated here. Just select one. The date on which the certificate was given. Please remember that only the certificates issued between 1st May 2017 and 30th April 2020. That means issued in the last 3 years would be accepted. So just click the level of participation and submit. Then you will reach to the next page which will ask you whether you would like to seek admission under ECA category. Again, if you wish to apply, just click on this green one and you will be able to see a drop down menu for selection of the activity. So this year only 2 activities are offered, NCC and NSS. Select and then complete this option. With this, you will reach to the 6th section of this registration form where you are required to upload your documents. So in this section you will be able to see that various documents are required. The file size has also been mentioned very clearly, that what range of size it should have. So according to the document asked, you can just click here, select file. It will ask you the location where you have already saved your file. It will just go and it will be uploaded. So like that, please do it for all of them and then go to next. When you go to next, you will be able to see all your files. So if you click on view file, you will be able to see. And with this, you come to the last section, which is the preview. So again, you can preview your form here. You can see all the sections would be shown. And if you wish to modify some section again, you can do that. Just see that, check, verify, and then you have to click on this checkbox, I agree, and then submit. When you submit, it will show you the registration fee which has to be paid. Since I selected for one sport and one ECA activity, rupees 100 have been added 2 times, and one entrance based course, so 750 is here. So collectively the amount is 1200 which has to pay. Then there are some check boxes just to ensure that you have given right information and nothing has gone wrong. So the system will ask you to verify your name, your date of birth, your category, your gender, your mother's name, your father's name, the address for correspondence, and then you have to declare that you have rechecked all the information, you have read the bulletin of information, and all information provided by you is correct. So just check all the boxes and then you go to the payment gateway. So it will redirect you to the payment gateway page where you have a lot of options to pay this registration fee. You can pay it either by net banking, debit card, credit card, or UPI. This email ID here is optional as well as this payer's name, but it is recommended that you fill this email ID as well as your name, so that in case of any failure of transaction or dispute in transaction, it will be easy for us to trace it. And then once you submit, you will pay and you are registered. So with this, you are done with the second step of the journey of admission and you have completed the process of online registration. Now the next step will start once your class 12th results will be declared. So as we all know that as of now the results have not been announced. So once they will be announced, the portal will reopen. You are required to log in using your registered email ID and update your marks. And after that you relax till the first cutoff is declared. So with this you are done with the third step of admission, and then you wait for fourth, which is selection of course and college after the declaration of cutoff percentage. So again, the exact dates for release of cutoff shall be notified in due course of time. Keep checking the website of University of Delhi for regular updates. The cutoff percentage shall also be notified in leading daily newspapers in addition to University of Delhi website. Applicants are advised to calculate the best 3 or 4, whatever is applicable, with extreme precaution. Applicants are also advised to refer the detailed guidelines provided in the Bulletin of Information pertaining to eligibility. You are also requested to look at the examples provided in Appendix 9, where calculation of best 3 and best 4 has been shown. Now, one thing which is very important to note is that while calculating the best 3 or 4, whatever the case may be, rounding off is not allowed. That means that if while calculating the best 3 you get 95.66%, it will not be taken as equivalent to 96. Also check for additional riders if any. Like sometimes there is requirement of a specific subject if you are seeking admission in a specific course. So for this you are advised to read the Bulletin of Information carefully. Now once you are satisfied that you are eligible for a particular course in a college, log in using your registered email ID and select a course and a college. Soon after selection of a particular combination of course and college, this option will freeze. So with this, you are done with the fourth step and you have selected the course and college. Now, once you have selected this, now the job of college starts. Now what will the college do? Soon after the applicant will freeze its option of course and college, the selected college gets a notification. the admission committee of that college will scrutinize your application form. The college will calculate the cutoff percentage from the mark sheet uploaded by you. The college will also verify all other supporting documents uploaded on the portal by you. In case of any discrepancy, college will contact the applicant for clarification either by email or phone. So at this time, there is a word of advice that applicants, once they select the course and college, after that they should be very attentive. They should keep checking their dashboard and should promptly reply if there is some query which has been raised by a particular college. If the applicant falls on or above the cutoff percentage and all documents are in order, then college will approve the admission. This approval can be seen by the applicant in his or her dashboard. The dashboard is an interface which you will see soon after login. The applicants now will be able to see a tab fee payment in their dashboard. Click on that tab and pay the admission fee. With this, you are done with the next step of admission, which is payment of the admission fee. Now, in all cases, this may not happen, and in some cases, you will find that the admission is not approved. It may also happen that the admission is declined. Now, what are the reasons by which it can happen? There are some points which I have listed below. Number one, you are not meeting the cutoff. So while calculation, you thought that you are meeting the cutoff, but actually you are not meeting it. Then there can be a case of invalid or incomplete documents. There can be either fake or forged documents, or there can be any other reason. But the reason will be informed to you. And if you are not satisfied with the reason, you can approach to the grievance committee. There is a grievance committee in the college as well as in the university. If there is some time left in that particular cutoff, the applicants can apply again in some other course of college. Now this is very important point to note that one cutoff will normally be applicable for 3 days. So for example, on day 1, you select a particular course and a college, and by evening or next day morning you get an email from the college that you are actually not eligible in this course due to some reason, as I listed earlier. So then you still have an option. You can select another course in the same college, or you can select some other course in any other college. So that option is open with you. So you have to be very alert. Keep on checking your dashboard. If your admission has been declined by a particular college, you should, without wasting any time, approach to the next college. Then in the next college, again your application will be scrutinized for the new course you have applied for, and the process will be same as we have just talked. If you are not able to secure admission in the first cutoff list, then wait for the second or further cutoffs to be released. There will be at least 5 cutoffs list which will be released. The process of selecting course and college will remain the same as the first cutoff, but only those applicants would be admitted who have secured marks on or above the prevailing cutoff but less than the previous cutoff. Now this is very important to note. I am repeating it again. Only those applicants would be admitted who have secured marks on or above the prevailing cutoff but less than the previous cutoff. I'll explain this by an example. So for example, the first cutoff was 96% and the second cutoff is 95%. So in second cutoff, only those applicants would be eligible who have secured 95% or more marks but less than 96% marks. All those applicants having 96% or more marks would not be eligible to take admission in the second cutoff, and so as those applicants which have secured less than 95%. Okay, and this is the cutoff. That means this is either best 3 or best 4. This is not aggregate. Then there will be a special cutoff also, but I would request not to rely on this special cutoff because this will be declared only if there are some seats left. So it is advised that you should take admission in a particular course and college as and when you are eligible for that. So whenever you are meeting the cutoff, please go and take admission. Then the last step would be physical verification of certificates. So the exact dates will be notified by the respective college. The uploaded documents will be verified by the respective colleges within a stipulated time period.
If at this stage it is found that the information given by the applicant is false and is not supported by the documents presented, the admission will be immediately cancelled. No fee will be refunded in such cases. So with this, you are done with the last step of admission.